Owatonna City Council meeting for Tuesday, June 20th, 2017 to order. Could I have roll call, please?
Councilmember Voss.
Here.
Oakberg. Dodson.
Here.
Burbank.
Here.
Rainey.
Here.
Svenby.
Here.
Schultz.
Here.
And Mayor Kuntz. We have 6 of the council present.
We all rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
We're not going to do it.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, since the mayor's not here, I talked to her.
Welcome everyone on a beautiful night in beautiful Owatonna. First thing we have to do is approve the agenda. So I would look for a motion for that.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Nate to approve the agenda. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Brent. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? The motion carries. Let the record show that Mr. Okerberg has joined us. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is 1.2.1, Mayor recommendation for appointments at various boards and commissions. And Chris, you have some things for us?
Actually, we aren't going to bring forth the appointments at this time. That we'll save those for our next meeting, so it's not critical.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. Consent agenda that includes minutes, permits, licenses, other reports, and contracts and agreements that are lumped together for the council to review prior to the meeting, and we vote on them in a collective. And Chris, do you have something to say about the consent agenda before we vote on that?
Yes, I would like to remove item 2.2.3, the benefit concert at Lake Colmeyer. I'd like to table that to July 5th meeting. We have not received everything that is required under that application.
Okay, thank you. So I would look for a motion to approve the consent agenda with that item removed.
Motion to approve as noted.
A motion by Brent to approve the consent agenda. Do I hear a second?
Second.
A second by Doug. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to action items. The first thing is the finance report, item 3.1, and we'll go to Vice President Rainey to read the finance report.
Thank you. Tonight's bills over $20,000 are as follows. $20,559 to Crank Creek Asphalt for hot mix. $28,307 Heselton Construction, that is the regional storm pond, the final payment. $118,290 Nuss Truck and Equipment, that is for the 2017 front end loader. $26,919 Owatonna Ford for a 2017 Ford Escape and other repairs as well. $37,275 to Ruffridge Johnson Equipment, that's for the new asphalt roller. Other expenditures tonight, $147,187 for a subtotal of $378,540. With that, we also add HRA Section 8 payments of $74,378 for a total expenditure tonight of $452,918.58.
Thank you, Kevin. I look for a motion to approve the finance report.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Jeff to approve the finance report. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Dave. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is contracts and agreements 3.2.1. It's a lease agreement for the use of the fire hall for court services with Steele County. And we'll go to Chris for this.
Thank you, Greg. What we're asking is the council to approve a restated lease agreement with Steele County. As you're aware, a pipe burst in the courthouse in January, causing severe damage to the structure. As a result, we allowed Steele County to relocate their courthouse personnel and operations into the fire hall. Initially, it was thought that this relocation would last a few months. It has now dragged on a bit, and the county is understandably looking at doing some additional remodeling. They want to take advantage of being out of the space and do some much-needed improvements in terms of security and just a better layout and different things. As a result, it's going to take longer, and probably to the end of the year. And so with that in mind, we are recommending an amendment to this original agreement. We're recommending a rental amount of $5,000 per month. This would include all utilities. This new rate would be backdated from January through the end of the year. All other terms of that lease would remain the same, and staff would recommend approval.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Any questions of Chris on this matter?
And I have spoken with Jan, the interim administrator, and she's okay with the new lease arrangement. And we've also been working closely with Steele County's insurance company as well.
Now, will this mean we'll go forward with the air conditioning of the third floor, which is not air conditioned?
What's happening with the air conditioning is they've installed some temporary portable air conditioners. There's 3 of them there that are keeping that gymnasium area cool. I mean, the rest of the fire hall is air conditioned, so.
Okay, thank you.
So that's addressed.
Okay,
Chris, one quick question. The end date of December 31st, 2017, are we able to extend this due to construction? You know, if they don't get this done on that period of time, do we have, or is this dead stop date?
Oh, we can always amend it, and certainly if they run into some problems or unanticipated things, certainly we could. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
okay. If there's no further questions, I would look for a motion on this matter.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Jeff to approve the lease agreement. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Doug. Any further questions? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is item 3.4.1, Resolution 61-17, authorization to dispose of equipment in the IT department. And back to you, Chris.
Thank you. This is more, actually, it's not just our IT department. We have, throughout our various departments, we have some surplus equipment that we need to dispose of. Currently, we're looking to dispose of computers, printers, office furniture, office equipment, and bicycles. You know, in terms of the IT department, they have about 50 or 60 devices, like desktops, printers, and what have you. And what ends up happening to get rid of those items, it costs the city money to do that. However, if we're able to donate them to a nonprofit, they would come to our location, pick them up, make sure that the computer is scrubbed and everything done properly, and then is reused by other nonprofits or low-income families. So we think that's a better use. It saves us money in terms of cleaning out some of our surplus equipment. Also, we want to do that for bicycles. There are another item that tend to build up, and what we've found is that they're usually in a state that no one wants them, and it takes a lot of staff time and money to prepare it for sale. And this is another item that we can donate to a nonprofit that takes all those bikes and uses them and fixes them up and then gives them to needy folks. And so that's what we're proposing here, is a cost savings to donate these types of items, office furniture, office equipment that would be cost more to take to the landfill, and it's a better use of recycling and saves us money in the long run. So we would ask staff to recommend approval of the resolution 6117, and I would like to note that we should have included the word office equipment in that resolution as well.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Any questions for Chris on this resolution?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Kevin Rainey to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Nate. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is 3.4.2, Resolution 62-17, preliminary and final plat of Cabela Edition. And we'll go to Troy.
This is a request by Cabela's to create 2 new lots out by their store. Currently, it's all platted as 1 lot. The 2 areas are on the north and south side of the property, which are kind of large parking areas for semi and truck trailers. They're looking to market the 2 properties for additional development in the area. There would have to be, since that was all designed stormwater-wise to drain into the pond that they have out there, there would have to be some cross drainage easements established as well as joint access easements established. Planning Commission did recommend approval with no objections, and staff would recommend approval with the conditions listed on there and in the resolution.
Okay, thank you, Troy. I have one question, Troy. I'm assuming that parking's not a problem out there, that they were put in there for a reason, but...
Right, and when Cabela's, Cabela's was first built, it was built as a real tourist attraction, and they put more parking there than what's needed, and now it's at the point where they have more than enough parking to meet the requirements, even subtracting these 2 lots.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for Troy?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Nate to approve Resolution 62-17. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Dave. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is 3.4.3, Resolution 63-17, Master Partnership Agreement with the Minnesota Department of Transportation. We'll go to Kyle.
This agreement is a master partnership agreement. It's a framework for work together with DOT. It does not set forth any costs. It just sets out the framework, and if we had something come up where we required assistance, we would develop a work order at that time. One area that would be an exception to that would be technical services, aggregate testing, bituminous testing. We use their lab for those services on state aid projects, and we pay a flat predetermined fee for those services. So it's just a overall agreement, sets a framework, and recommend approval.
Thank you, Kyle. Any questions of Kyle on this matter? There being none, I'd look for a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Jeff to approve Resolution 63-17. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Doug. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. This concludes our action items tonight. We'll now go to the public comment portion of the meeting. Anyone in the audience that would wish to make a comment, please come forward to the table and sign in, and try to limit your comments to 2 minutes or less to items not on the agenda. I guess we don't have any, so we'll go to council comments. And first up is Doug.
Yes, thank you. I did want to take a minute here and just publicly thank County Chair, Jim Abbey for our tour. We have Councilman Okerberg and myself got a tour of the courthouse project today, and seeing it firsthand and the scope of all the work that's going on, it's a whole different feel when you see what's actually happening down there. They've got a lot done, and it was very encouraging to see today. So thanks to Jim Abbey for that.
Okay, thank you, Doug. Jeff?
And no comment today.
No comment. Nate?
Nothing to add.
Dave?
Nothing to add tonight.
Kevin?
Yeah, I just want to thank Mr. Peter Grant for his service to the Owatonna public school system. The public schools have come a long way under his guidance, and I wish him very enjoyable in retirement. Thank you.
Brent?
No comments this evening.
Okay. The mayor's not with us tonight, so Chris, do you have any comments for us tonight?
I do not.
No comments from Chris.
Not tonight.
Okay.
Maybe Mark.
Mark, do you have a comment?
No, thank you.
Well, I just want to, this is our last meeting before the 4th of July, so I just want to wish everybody a happy 4th, and I would ask that everybody take a few minutes during your celebration during the 4th to think about what a great nation this is and what our forefathers did for us to be here and actually have a meeting here tonight. So just have everybody think about that a little bit. So.
Wait, I do have something, I'm sorry.
Oh, I knew
Just
it.
just to remind everyone, because of the July 4th holiday, the council meeting will be on Wednesday, July 5th. So just a reminder for everyone, Wednesday, July 5th.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, that concludes our public portion of the meeting tonight. We're going to adjourn, and then we're going to go into a closed session to do the annual review for Chris Boosie, the city administrator. So I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Kevin, do I hear a second? Second by Brent. I'm sure there's no further discussion, so all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries, we're done.
Put some in your